Hey fellas, Russie coming at you. Today we're going to be taking a look at my first Case Russlock. Now this Russlock I bought on eBay and the pictures weren't so good and I couldn't tell the color of the bone. That's right, I buy stuff sometimes that I don't even know what I'm getting. Hey, anyways, I've come to decide that it's a black bone. So, and I'm actually really happy. This knife for me kind of has chopper vibes. A little bit of that, oh, I don't know, outlaw attitude. So we'll see if we can get this thing to cooperate. Take a peek. In watching other videos, people say you're going to get a little gap right here. That's just very common. So with these knives, you have the addition of kind of this extra liner because of the liner lock. So we haven't talked about that yet. But here we go, trying to get you a good look at this black bone with the Case oval shield. We got a unique opening. This knife was developed, the Russlock was developed in 2000, and it's a one-handed knife and it's a locking knife. So you can see it does have this liner lock, and then because of that liner lock, it does force you into either this position, and thank goodness they got a little flat spot up here for doing some work. It has this nice top swedge, as you can see, and we'll let you guys who know date my knife. I do believe it's an 01 or a 2011, so hopefully somebody will chime in there. I just haven't done the work on it. I didn't get a box with this. There's your model number, if you can see that. And you can push it over, push that liner over, and you can close it. Do it all one-handed, and then you're gonna see, typically what I would expect is for it to be hugging the show side. Although I have seen other people in their copper locks that quote-unquote hug the pile side, but that liner's gonna kind of mess with you. So it does have pretty thin blade geometry. The only thing I really don't like is you don't have the ability to get use this point really. So what's the point? Anyways, that was a pun. You can hold it back here and you can get some of this done, but it's not real comfortable to do that way. But we'll get out a comparison knife. As I said, this was 2000. One of my favorite knives today is the Civivi Sakoke. And this knife is G10. It is also, but they call these front flippers, and then you can use the point, although you have to get way up there. It has a liner lock, but that liner lock is hidden on the inside. And then you have, what do you want to call it, bearings on this one. So give you an idea of the size. And this Case copper lock, let me see if I have another Case knife for us. Why don't we get that Civivi out of the way and bring in a two-handed knife. There we go. Now we're comparing more apples to apples here. So this is my Saudi in gray Crandall pocket worn. That's the bone, if you will. And get a peek at the thickness and kind of the handle length, and we'll get this. So one thing with this one, it's a little bit of a bugger, is the carrying it. So when you go to carry it, you have this tang sticking up right here. If you guys can, you can see that. So you put it in your pocket, you can imagine that's not the best. So just get yourself a slip. When you put it in there, it's all covered up, and then it'll come out. So here's gray and here's black bone. I don't know that we need to go on anymore. Oh. A little bit tricky to get used to that, but that's how you do it as opposed to this. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me. Oh, I'm gonna have another Russlock I'm gonna be putting out a video on. So hopefully we will see you guys on that one.